Hey guys, welcome back. And today, I got an interesting story for you. Uh, what we're going to try today on our beer review video is Long Trails Brewing Company Cooperator IPa. And basically, it says here on the can, submitted for your approval, a hazy IPA created in cooperation with the feds. Featuring Idaho 7, El Dorado, and loads of due diligence. I guess those are the hops. I don't know. Okay. So, see if there's anything else. Idaho 7 and El Dorado hops work together to create a complement cornucopia of tropical fruit flavors. And I know for a fact, because I've used the El Dorado before in homebrew. I don't know what beer I did, but I did use some El Dorado before, and it does have that like grapefruity type thing going on. Indian Pale Ale, 6.0. Okay, so 6% ABV. Long Trail Brewing by Long Trail Brewing, Bridgewater Corners, Vermont. Longtrail.com. And what's interesting, it's just a regular their homemade can, and it's got one of the, as you can see, the stick-on labels. That's what it looks like. Now, the interesting story behind this, the guy that I got this from, a co-worker of mine, had given this to me. We traded some beers, and again, one of my home brews, and he gave me this. He goes up to Vermont all the time, and he got this from them at the brewery itself. And what's neat about it is the fact that this one's called the Cooperator. I think the original recipe, this is the same recipe as the original one that they did in the brew house, and it was called Eliminator or something like that. But with that one, they put in like into the brew like shots of hemp oil, so hemp pot whatever. So everybody was flocking and freaking buying it up, and like their sales like went through the roof. And then the feds came in and like, what the hell's going on here? And basically, they got a little slap on the wrist, and then they came up with Cooperator. Get it? So and then I think now they're I forget what the next name is, but something else orator. But they're going through some legal channels to see if they could actually go back to brewing it with the hemp in it. So let's give it a crack. First time having this, like I said, IPA. Nice golden color. Now this is the New England style, so it's very hazy. I'm going to save a little bit in there. I'll do the little swish and pour. Not sure if there is sedimentation because it's a can, so I don't think it's bottle conditioned, obviously. Oh yeah, grapefruit on the nose. Get all that delicious foam in there. Cheers, guys. So here you go. You can't see anything in it. It's cloudy as all heck. I'm getting, juicy fruit, grapefruit, stuff like that. Cheers. Wow. You want to talk about bite? As soon as that hit my tongue, it was grapefruit all the way and bitterness right up front. Way bitter. If you're a hop head, you're going to love this beer. I've tried 2 other Long Trail beers before on my channel, and neither one of them I care for. I gave them low scores, and they had no flavor for me. Now this, on the other hand, is a different animal. Okay? It's got flavor. It's an IPA. It's got great mouthfeel. Citrus notes, tropical notes. Little zinginess on the tongue from that bitterness. Bitterness lingers on the back end of the palate. No, for me, I'm not getting any pine, which is disappointing because I am a pine head. And what I mean by that is, if you see my channel before, when I review IPAs, I like that pininess. I like to taste that, like, for me, like what you think of pine needles and pine cones and like that pine, you know, Christmas tree type thing going on in the beer. For me, that's what you get on the taste and aroma. Uh, but I'm just getting a whole lot of grapefruit, which isn't a bad thing. But I am partial to having a little more pine in there. Mm. Now that it's warming up, it may be in there, but it's just so bitter for me. I mean, I don't know how many IBUs. I don't even think it says. All right, guys. Now on this, I'm sorry, I hit the dining room table. See the camera shaking. Uh, for this one, I'm going to give this one 6 out of 10. I think this is 6 out of 10. It's not a whole lot going on. There's a lot of grapefruit, and because of that, that's why I'll give it a 6. I would tend to give it had more pine in there for me. You might pick up the pine. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm just getting that grapefruity stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Could be the time of night. I'm just getting off work, so. I think as it's warming up, the pine is coming in. It's one of those things. It's like sometimes I gotta work with it. I'm very hard with picking out different things. At first it was the grapefruit. Now I think that it's warming up a little bit. We're getting some of that pine needle taste. So cheers, guys! If you ever get a chance to get up to the brewery and try this out, I don't know if you can get this in 6-packs or singles in my area, or if this is just something that you can only get at the brew house. So cheers, 17, homebrew up, or whatever you're drinking, till we do it again. Remember, let's set sail.